Let's see what type of music we can make using Street Fighter. Let's import the Street Fighter sound.
You win.
We're just going to use the ooh in the you phrase. It's going to sound like this when it's tuned.
You
Stretch the audio, now it sounds like this.
win.
Let's crop the file. Let's isolate the middle frequencies. Let's export the file. Thank you guys for the continued support in this series. This is episode 65. And drop in the comments, what was your favorite retro video game? Let's crop the file and set the root key to D. Let's play this sound 2 octaves below. Sounds like this. Let's run it through an amp so we can get a slightly brighter tone. Let's add some reverb. Now we can play Nirvana. Let's see what type of music we can make using Super Mario. Let's import the thwomp sound. This dude always sounds like he's having a rough day. Even though then again, if I had to live in Bowser's Castle for 40 years, I probably wouldn't be happy either. Let's crop the file. Good thing about this sound is I can tune it. That's the note we're going to be using. So let's try and make that E ring out for as long as possible. So now we get this. Let's cut off the high end. Thank you guys for 2,000 followers on Instagram. Let's export it. Let's crop the file and let's set the root key to E. Let's run it through an amp. It's a bass. Of course it's going through an amp. Let's add some reverb. Now we got a bass. Let's see the type of music we can make using Mario. Let's import the Yahoo. The tuned Mario sounds like this. Let's stretch out the who so it sounds like this. Let's crop the clip. Now all we have left is the stretched out who sound. Let's export the file. Let's crop the file and let's set the root key to E. Let's add some distortion. Distortion plugins are quickly becoming my favorite. Let's run it through an amp. Let's add some reverb. Now we got an electric guitar. Let's see what type of music we make using Super Mario Bros.
So let's go ahead and import this sound. There is a pitch at the end here. Slide this over. Now we just have pure tone. Now let's go ahead and export this file. Let's import the Mario Ba, or now it's more of a Mario Ah. Let's crop the file and let's set the root key to E. In the older versions of the game, when they use the Ba, they would use the Let's import a bass amp and set it to vintage. Let's add some reverb. Now we got a bass.
Let's see the type of music we can make using Super Mario Bros. Let's import the Mario jump sound. Let's crop the file. There's a pitch, so that means we can tune it. If we tune this to one note, it sounds like this. Let's isolate the middle frequencies. Let's export the file. Let's crop the file and set the root key to A. Let's take this sound, play it 2 octaves lower, and we get this. Let's run it through a distortion plugin. Now it sounds like this. Let's run it through an amp. What preset do I want? Let's go British Clean 2. Now I can play Metallica. So I just put a poll on my story asking if I should do the Mario theme for the 100th episode. And so far, it has been an overwhelming yes. So in the next video, we're going to start making it with a twist. Because I still want to play with that bluesy groove I came up with a couple episodes ago. And I honestly feel like there's a chance that it could work with the Mario sound. The only difference is I would be swinging the rhythm. It'll be the same theme, just jazzed up a little. It'll be fun. Let's see the type of music we can make using the Mario 1-Up.
Just go ahead and import this sound. Let's get rid of this sound too. So now that everything's been tuned, we're left with this. Well, that'll make your ears bleed. We're pitching this sound down 2 octaves. Let's grab a distortion plugin. Let's grab ourselves an amp here. Let's add some reverb. We're going to go pan this hard left. Copy tracking device. Paste it. Take this, do it hard right. Now we're left with stereo guitar.
Let's jazz up the Mario theme. Let's go.
We're going to be working with the drums today since that's the backbone. So the kick and snare will be on beats 1 and 3 and the hi-hat will be kind of like let's add a bus and route the drums to it. This track will be specifically for what we put all of our vintage sounding effects into. So we're going to run this through a tape delay. We're going to add an EQ and then a compressor on top of that. Let's pitch up the kick and snare a little more. And this is what our drum groove sounds like. Today we're going to add some rhythm guitar to help the song bounce a little. So we're going to be using the Street Fighter guitar from episode 65. I'm thinking I'm going to have the guitar do different things. Start out with a bouncier, and then kind of break down the middle. Let's run this sound through an amp. Let's add a compressor. Let's turn the guitar down a little. Now let's put the vintage effects on.
We have a beat. Let's add some bass. The bass sound is the Mario Ba from episode 75.
I'm going to quickly record a piano melody just so I know where the bass is supposed to go. Now that the melody has been mapped out, now we can record the bass. I like to leave a measure of dead space just so I know where I'm coming in. So I'll record the bass. I'll be back in a minute. I actually kind of want to keep the piano part too because I really like it. We're going to take the bass and piano, shift left click, we're going to right click, and go to route 2, and we're going to route it to the vintage effects here. There's one other thing that I want to do that I feel like will be interesting. Add a second bass and change the cab switch from dark to bright so we get a different sound. Now we have a stereo bass sound. Here's what it sounds like so far.
Our track is sounding really good, but let's fill out the arrangement a little bit more.
We need some chords to kind of fill out this arrangement. So the first section, the pacing is going to be a lot like Michael Bublé's I Just Haven't Met You Yet. There's going to be like 6th chords staggered out here. Now we're going to put these in the vintage effects, and there you have it.